Well, Reece, we're closing in on an absolutely massive night of championship boxing in Brighton on Saturday, July 1st. And for yourself, biggest fight of your Quest career, challenging Cornai Scott for the regional light heavyweight title. So you must be pretty excited.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think I'm mostly excited to showcase my skills because I've been working on a lot of things, and I was hoping for a 5-round fight. No offense to you, because I just feel the longer the fight, the more I can showcase my skills. And all my fights previously have been 3 rounds, so not really enough time for me because I'm a fit fighter. So the longer the better. I feel like that plays in my advantage.
Well, this one's over 4 2-minute rounds for the regional title, and the man who will be standing in the opposite corner on the night is the champion, Cornai Scott. Won the title quite recently, and this is going to be obviously another defence. So before we talk about your previous performances, and you've had some fantastic performances for your 2 previous fights in Quest, but talk us through a little bit of what you know about the champion, because I know you were there in the arena for his last fight.
To be honest, I don't know much about him. I've seen him fight in person. I was there watching because one of my boys from my gym was fighting. And his last fight wasn't really entertaining. I see he's got a lot of power, but it's nothing I've not dealt with before. All my opponents on Quest have been big men. They've stuck it on me and I've dealt with it. So it's nothing new to me. People I'm sparring, bigger, stronger than me, powerful. It's nothing new to me. I can deal with it.
I must say, when before you even boxed on Quest, I remember your trainer sending me some footage of one of your previous fights, and I watched that fight. And basically, the first round, you both came out, went sort of toe to toe, and your opponent literally threw the kitchen sink at you. You were sort of shifting some massive shots, and I looked at the footage and I thought, wow, this kid's going to get stopped in this first round. But then you flipped the script.
Me?
Sort of, yeah. I was saying you were taking some big shots, and I thought, wow, he's got a granite chin. And then you came back and put it on him, and then your opponent folded, and you came out sort of the victor. I thought, God, to take those sorts of shots, that's impressive. And I know your sort of trainer at the time, Shane, was saying, I think this kid's got real potential. You know, let's get him involved in the competition. I think he can go places. And you showed that in your first fight against Rob Earls. You know, a more experienced fighter, and you sort of dealt with that to get the victory. And then last time out, I've got to say, watching that fight ringside, and I know talking to the officials, talking to a lot of people who were watching that fight against Stuart Goodwin at the K2 Arena, so many people were impressed with that performance, and you know, how you dealt with Stuart Goodwin, who is a very, very experienced operator. So cast your mind back to that night. I mean, how did you rate your performance, and what are your thoughts and memories of that fight?
Well, I remember thinking that he's a hard hitter. I think he tried to throw everything with power, and that's why he did get out a little bit. But he was quite a good boxer. He came out fast. But like I said, I can handle the fast tempo, I can handle the hard shots, and I think my footwork was very good that night. And as the fight went on, I was getting a bit more loose, and I was flowing a little bit more, so that's why I'm excited for a 4-round. But I can start fast, or I can grow into a fight. That's the thing with me, I can adapt. Not to big myself up too much, but that is one of my strengths. I can adapt to the situation. So different styles of fighter. Rob, who's a southpaw, I adapted to that, and I thought my performance was okay that night. Could have been better, but from Rob to Stuart, my performance with Stuart was a lot better in my eyes, and I think it's going to get better every single fight, and that's why I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, you mentioned just a moment ago about sort of Cornai Scott, the champion, that you can see he's got power, but you know, style-wise, how do you think this fight's sort of going to go? Because you're both aggressive, you both obviously like to sort of throw shots in the pocket, but you know, for yourself, how do you envisage the fight?
I don't know. That's why I'm excited. Can't wait to get in there and just find out what he's got. Because I said before, I found his last fight boring. That's no disrespect. I don't think he's had a fight yet where his opponent proper stuck it on him, if you know what I mean. Like my last 2 fights, big men, I was on the back foot the majority of the fight, and I was comfortable on the back foot. I'm comfortable coming forward as well, so we'll see on the night. I'm excited. It's going to be a good one.
And I know obviously training here is you've got a great stable of fighters here at Knoll Green. Obviously you've got a great set of coaches as well, but how has your preparation been for this fight, and how has your mindset been knowing it's a title fight?
Preparation, well, just training hard, Alan, pretty much. I've adjusted a couple of things. I won't go into too much detail. I could be talking for ages, be boring, but I've known going into this fight what I need to work on, so I've just been sharpening them tools, and fitness always is #1 priority for me and this gym. We'll never lose a fight on fitness, that's for sure. Shane will make sure of that 100%. So fitness and many other things.
Well, I'd say it's an exciting proposition because of the way you fight, the way that Cornai Scott fights, you know, both of you coming together, both of you undefeated, and I know, you know, for yourself, like you say, with the coaching team that you've got behind you, you're never going to come in anything under than 100% fit for this fight. So
of course, yeah.
I think it's going to be fireworks. So, you know, final question for yourself. If you were to walk away and come out as champion on Saturday, July 1st in Brighton, you know, try and put into words in only your third fight what that would mean to you.
Pretty fucking good. Pretty fucking good, that's what I mean. Very good.
Yeah. No, well, like I say, I've seen the champion fight, I've seen you fight, been very impressed with both of your sort of path in the competition so far, and I think Saturday, July 1st, is going to be an absolute barnstormer for the fans, for everybody there watching it live in Brighton. I know it's going to be a classic, so I'm going to let you get back to training. I know you've got another hard session ahead of you tonight, and as the countdown clock sort of ticks away for the show. So a pleasure talking to you, Reece. Looking forward to seeing you in action, and as I say, it is Saturday, July 1st at the Brighton Hilton Metropole. Reece Collins will be taking on the light heavyweight champion Cornai Scott in an absolute barnstormer.